Hello, Professor. How are you?
Hello everybody, how you doing? Hey Dinesh, how you doing? Good to
Yeah,
see
good,
you.
Professor. Good to see you, Professor.
Hey Aranteja, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Thank you. How about you?
Oh great, good. Thank you very much for asking. So I was about to pull some code for you. Just give me a minute, right?
Yes.
And I would be with you. I'm right now with you, no problem. So just want to pull the code just for a couple of lines. I want to see.
Am I audible, sir?
Hmm? Say it again.
Am I audible?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So, any question from the last lecture? No question?
No, Professor. We just
Okay, so what were we doing last time? What did we do last time? Any
actually
idea?
we connected to a DB
Yeah,
and
we connected our code with DB. Yes, you're
yeah,
right,
and
right?
we
And
found the search statement.
where did we stop last time?
We stopped at working on the insert statements and creating a GitHub issues regarding the picture class.
Yeah, so the deal here is, and did you do the picture class and send me a pull request?
I didn't send a pull request, Professor, but I finished actually. In previous class itself, I shown you that I.
Okay, you have already finished it. So please send me a pull request
Yeah,
and let's see how does it work, right?
sure, Professor. I have sent.
Okay. So we come back and this we'll do tomorrow, right? So
Sure.
so one more thing which was pending over here was that this particular insert into DB function,
Uh-huh.
this was special to this was hey, how are you, Avinash? Good to see you. So it was for users table only. So question was that if we want to use it for for other classes also, so how can it be possible, right? So this is something I wanted to take a start with, right guys?
Yeah, Professor.
Okay, great. So let me start from here. Some people are still joining us. Okay, great. So we have got Menthan, and okay, okay. So who are missing? Who is missing now?
Shreyas and Ankita.
Huh?
Shreyas and Ankita.
Oh, Yash is missing and
Ankita.
Ankit is missing. Yes, you're right. Okay. So we wanted to make it universal for any class. So how can we do this thing? So we come over here. For example, okay, somebody has just joined. Okay, this is Shiriyesh. Shiriyesh, welcome to the class. Okay. So once again, we were saying that we wanted to make this function, versatile. So that it works for any, class we want, okay? So for that purpose, and I'm happy that before I went to this step, everybody's here. I come over here in this particular class, which is DB object class, and I say, protected dollar underscore table, right? Protected dollar underscore table, right? And here, instead of users, I come over here, delete it, dot, and here I say dollar this sub underscore table, right? So basically, instead of table name, I have mentioned that dollar underscore table. Got it? Okay, now I go to class.user7. I go to class.user7 .php, which is over here. I come over here, and here after the attributes or even before them, I say protected dollar underscore table is equal to users. Right? Are you guys getting me? So now what will happen that as I will run this code, or you can say that as I will call this function for user class, this table would be used with the name users. If I will run this code, or you can say that I call this function insert into DB from say for example picture class, the table name would be used accordingly, right? And basically this particular thing is polymorphism. We are exhibiting a polymorphic behavior, right? That we have a common interface, and that common interface is used by the children classes, and as children classes are using it, right, the interface is actually changing according to the nature of the class. Are you getting me, guys? Hello, everybody. Arun Teja.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if we look into this thing, if we go to index file, index7.php, and we have this insert into DB. So let's look into the DB status currently, and then we'll see that what is happening here. So let me take you to the DB. So here we have two accounts, right? Let's change the name also, right? So that we have a different account, maybe. So maybe, for example, we say John. And instead of Lewis, I have Smith. John Smith. Email is smithjs@gmail.com. And password is say 123456, right? Save it. Let's come back here and let's run the code. Okay, where is our code? So this is the code. Let's run it. Right? And let's go to phpMyAdmin, refresh it. And you can see that a new user is added over here. Can you see this thing? Right? And basically this is little differently done than previously. How is it different? It is different because this time we are using polymorphic behavior. Right? Now our code is more generic. So basically once it is sitting in this parent class, let me show you. Once it is sitting in this parent class, right? So now this is not the parent class, this is the parent class. Is it? Yeah. So once it is sitting in the parent class, now this table is not particular or special to a particular class. Are you understanding that this is altogether a different level now, right? So this is something we wanted this function to exhibit, that it should not be in particular to a user table or to a pictures table, right? Because it is sitting into a parent class. And once it is sitting in a parent class, its behavior changes according as it is inherited in user class. It would be saving in the users table. If it is inherited to picture class, it would be inserting into pictures table. Dinesh, you are not understanding it fully. There is a question, my dear. Ask it.
No, Professor, I understand.
You have got it. Let me ask Arun Teja.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, Avinash,
Yes, sir.
have you got it, my dear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Shri Yash Patel.
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay, Ankit.
Yes, sir, but this is dynamic or static polymorphism?
I will discuss types of polymorphism in one of my next lectures, right? And then we'll discuss it further. For now, it is good that we are actually exhibiting a polymorphic behavior.
Yeah.
Right? Great. Okay, Manthan, any question?
Yeah. No.
Got it? Okay, so Ankit, you keep your question and we will discuss it, right? Maybe in the next lecture or maybe in a couple of lectures.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So we have done this thing so far, and so this function is fully ready. So let me do one more thing over here. Let me copy this function and let me make a new version of it. So do you think that okay? Let me keep this. So let me have it over here. Paste it. So what's happening in this function is that we are actually writing a SQL query and then we are executing it, right? So the deal is that this is not considered the most safe or safest way to execute a SQL instruction. Though the deal here is that since we have so many other layers of protection, that we are actually sanitizing every input from the user, right? So basically, it would not be a harm that if we use this thing, right? This is perfectly all right. This is perfectly all right. But I would say this thing that let me teach you this thing that how can we do this? How can we do this more safely? And what is the industry standard now, right? So let me do this thing. Let me just comment this function, this one, because I would need it for testing purposes and modify it, right? So basically what's happening right now is, let me show you. So we are writing an instruction like this. We are saying something like this. Give me a minute. My pen is not writing. And let me give it a try now. We are doing something like this. Okay, now it is writing. So insert into, then we have table name, for example, users. And then we are giving the fields, for example, first name, last name, right, comma, and then we are giving values. And then we are giving values within quotes, right? Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir.
So the other way which I want to show you right now is that instead of values, we put question marks here. Instead of values, we put question marks here. and then we gather all these values in an array. So we put all these values in an array. And then once we have done so, we prepare the query, and then we execute it. Right? So this is the right way to do it, right? Or you can say that this is the latest way to do it. And basically you can say this thing, that this is yet another line of defense. So basically, if some attack has infiltrated through all the rest of your defense layers, so you can say that this is another line of defense which SQL provide against attacks. Right, guys? Got it? Actually, you can get the most out of it once you know that what kind of attacks come at MySQL. So once you know that you know what are the attack strings, then you can appreciate it. Let me tell you this thing. For example, a hacker can do this thing, that he can send a string which contains by itself an SQL query. So say for example, that SQL query could be delete all. So if you don't prepare your statement and you don't have other lines of defense, so what will happen, that this particular query will execute, because MySQL would not be knowing that it is only one SQL instructions you have to execute. Whereas once you prepare it, MySQL knows that you have to execute only one of the query. So it does not execute that other query which is sent by the hacker. So basically this is taken as a better way, right? But since this is not, computer security or network security class, so I cannot give you a lot of examples like this. But, just I wanted to give you a little bit of idea that preparing a statement actually saves us from various hacking attacks, right? Got it, guys? No? Okay. So let me convert this function into this version. So we come over here. So where we were putting the value over here, right? So we'll not put any value here, right? Just cut it. We'll not put a value here. We will just instead put a question mark over here, right? We'll just put what? We'll just put a question mark, and value we will be storing in a separate array. So we say that dollar values is equal to an empty array, right? And here, while we are getting this value, we say dollar values, whatever the index is equal to dollar value, right? So we gather these values in an array. And once we have made this query up till here, we do not execute it right away. We do not execute it right away. We say db prepare $SQL, right? db prepare $SQL, and then we say, and we name it something. We say this is statement is equal to this, and then we execute it, right? We say dollar statement execute dollar values, right, guys? So instead of directly executing it by using exec, we actually do what? We actually prepare it first, and then we execute it. Let me just double check if I have used the right syntax with you. So this is my previous one of my previous codes. I've lost it. Don't worry. If it will give me error, I will find it out. Okay. So basically, I have changed it to prepare the statement first, and then I'm executing it. Right. Let's see if it works. Okay. And this code is commented, and now this is inserted into table, and let's see if it works. So for testing purposes, let me take you to index file. Where is the index file? Index7.php, and here it is ls Layton save it, and let's run it. So this is your code. Reload it. Okay. Okay, so there is some issue, right? We'll see this thing, that what is the issue. Let's reload it just to see that nothing has changed. Right, so basically that account is not created because it is giving us some error. So what is the error? It is saying invalid parameter number of bound variables do not match number of tokens. Okay, do not match number of tokens, right? So let's see what is the issue. So what is the issue? Okay. I think that here I have some issue with the syntax. Let me just check the syntax, please, right? Just give me a minute. I have some previous code I want to check against. Maybe I can have this one. And DB object class over here. So this is my running code. It's currently running in a server. And here, so for example, right over here. So have you already noticed that what is the problem? Have you noticed?
That static thing is given
Huh?
here.
Say it again.
Static value is given here the table. SQL1 variable. I don't know what's that.
I'm not quite getting you. I'm sorry. Somebody is getting Dinesh.
In SQL1 variable, there is something called static.
Oh yeah, that was previous version of PHP. Right now with the next version, we don't need this static anymore, right? This we have, plus this thing we have already tested, right? So don't worry about it. The issue is that we are missing this comma, right? After every question mark, right, we need to have this comma, right? We were missing with this comma, right? So let's see. Now it should run. Okay, come back over here and reload. Okay, the error is still there, means that there were more than one error, right? So one error is gone. So the other error is still there, right? So we come back here. Let's see what is the issue. Okay. So we prepare it. and then we execute it, right? So this is exactly what we did. We prepared it and then we executed it. Okay, let's see now. Let's look into our code right now. So, oh, okay, yes. What is the issue? What else could be the issue? That in substring 2, right? In substring 2, there are no more quotes, right? So we need not to delete an extra quote also. Right, Manthan? Are you getting me? Manthan? There were quotes, single quote at the end, right? So that quote is no more there. So we need not to delete it, right? So this was one of the issues, yes. So let's try now. Okay, so let's look into the database situation. So database does not have ls, and let's reload it to run it. Okay, there is another syntax error coming. It is saying you have error in your SQL syntax. Check this thing near ls Layton. Okay, here there is some issue coming. What is the issue here now? Yes, anybody?
Try to echo that statement.
Try to
Echo
echo out this statement. Okay, let me do this thing. Yeah, this could be a wise choice. So right over here.
Yeah, after that.
So here we say echo $SQL, right? Now the deal is that if you will echo it out, it would not be executable, right? I will show you why. So, but let's echo it out and let's reload it. Okay. So it is saying insert into users first name, comma, last name, comma, email, comma, password, values 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.
So
Oh, okay. Do you see the problem? What is the problem?
The single quote and
The single quote is here, right? The single quote is causing problem, right? So yeah, the single quote is causing problem. So let's get rid of the single quote, right? So where is this single quote coming from?
values.
This is right over here, right? Save it. Okay, let's run it and let's run it. So reload. Okay, now I think that it has worked, right? So reload it. And you can see that this account is created, right? So basically, all these errors were mainly copy paste errors, right? We copy pasted a code and all these errors are generated because of copy paste and we fixed them all, right? So basically now this code is more generic not only, but also it is, you can say that it is according to the latest standards, and it is another line of defense against the hacker's attack. Any questions so far? Okay, so let's comment out this line because we don't need this line anymore. One more thing I would say over here is that once a record is inserted into the table, one more thing I would say is that get back the ID from the table and put it in the object. Are you getting me? So look, currently, currently In object, ID value is 1, right? Whereas in actuality, its ID is 7, right? In actual, ID is what? In actual, ID is 7. So this is not the best thing we are having over here, that ID is 7, right? So basically, I'm sorry. So we want this thing that once we get an ID from the database, we get that ID and put it back into the object, right? It helps us in several ways, right? Because now, right now, our object is not in its most accurate form, because ID is not accurate. So once we get the ID and we put it back, right? So in this way, the object would be in its perfect form. So we come back over here and we say, let me copy a line of code. Copy. And once I have executed it, I paste it here. And I'm not going to use static. I would be using $db, $_db, and this is last insert ID, right? So basically last insert ID is going to give me the ID, which I am going to put back in my object. And let me display that object over there in the index page. Right over here. So I come here and now this is the users page. Where is the index page has gone? Index 7, right? Index 7.php. And let me print the ID also. So wherever I am printing, yeah, so here ID is being printed, right? So basically we'll see that ID is now changed, right? And let me have another user, right? Maybe Bob Milton, right? And email is bm@gmail.com, and let's save it. And so currently we don't have that account over here. So let's reload it. Oh, undefined variable _db. What is the issue? I probably did not mention this, right? So I come back here. Oh yeah, so here I need to say how I'm using $db. So this is $db, right? Not $_db, right? Save it and reload it, right? So now you can see this thing that our ID is not 1, it has gone to 9, right? Which is the actual ID of the current account, right? You can see that this is the account number 9, Bob Milton, and its ID is 9, and it has been taken by the current object. ID is 9. Now your object is exact reflection of whatever present in DB. Have you got it? Right? For example, sometimes it happens that by using ID, you want to search the table, and now ID is like 0 or 1, which is not according to the ID in the table. So this might be a broken code, right? So this was essential that once I insert into the table, I need to bring the ID back, right? And this is what we did. Ankit, you have a question?
No, sir.
Anybody, any question? So I think that we have made enough of these independent classes, and this is the time that we convert this all into a small project, right? We convert this all into a small project, right? So let's start doing it. Any question, guys? So basically, whatever we were doing was testing, and we have developed classes, right? And once we have developed classes, they are getting mature. Now this could be a good time that we make a small project out of that. Any questions so far? Right, so let me make a small content management system, CMS, with you, right? Very humble scale, right? But it would be a project in which you would be able to create accounts, you would be able to sign in, you would be able to sign out, you will be able to sign up, right? And then, you know, you may even have contacts, you may have like you can share pictures and things like that. So basically, let's start doing it and let's see how can we make it, right? Any questions so far? No? Okay. So we come back over here. So this is not your code. And let me remove this file from here. Also close this file. So this is you guys. And let me create a new folder with the name CMS, right? And in this folder, let me make a small structure, right? So I say make a new folder within this folder, and its name is includes, right? Let me make a new folder within another new folder within this folder, new folder, and let me name it public, right? And yeah, and within this public folder, let me make a new folder and let me name it CSS. And within public folder, where has it gone? This is CMS and includes. Where is the public folder has gone? Somehow it has gone inside it. Okay, so let's bring it out, right? So this is the public folder, and then let's copy some code from our existing code into the includes folder. And so we come over here within the include folder, and let me have some code copied from there. So for example, we have user7.php. So let's copy it and let's paste it over here in includes folder. Paste, right? And let's copy another file. This was user7, and then we have setter class, right? We have setter7.php. So let's copy this thing, copy, and let's paste it over here, includes, paste. So this is setter7 class, and then we have db object 7, right? So where is that? db object 7 class, right? So we copy this, copy, and paste it here, right? What else do you think I should copy? Is enough for now?
The password thing, the password file.
Oh yeah, the password thing. Yes, you're right. Where is that file?
In the bottom.
In the bottom, right? Thank you very much, right? So this password thing. So let me copy this, copy, and let me paste it over here. Right, great. What else? So we have got this, we have got this. What is this?
Pepper. We need this also.
This is confidential.php, right? So what was this password thing? Okay, DB password, right? So this is confidential.php. So let's copy this, copy, and let us paste it over here. paste, right? Okay, very good. And now let's go to get ignore file. Where is the get ignore file?
It's bottom.
Yeah, so basically this is our CMS, right? And let me go to get ignore file. This is get ignore file. And here we'll say backslash CMS backslash includes, is it includes folder, INC folder? Includes backslash confidential.php. And similarly, includes backslash, what is this? Password, huh? Passwords.php. So save it. So these two files would not also go to the GitHub repository, right? So we have made this thing. Let's do one more thing. Let's come over here and rename it. Rename, and instead of saying 7, so just DB object. And similarly here, let's rename it. So this is setter class, so setter, right? These indices were given just to make it sure that you are getting it version wise, right? So we have named them accordingly now. And I think that we are pretty much good about it, right? So basically, we have got includes, right? We have got includes. This is public folder. Within public, we have CSS. And yeah, we have got CSS, right? And one more thing we make over here within the public folder. Let's make a new folder and say we make layouts. Right, so we have made another folder with the name layouts, right? And since this is not a course about JavaScript, but still, let me make a new folder over here, and this is JS, or you can say front end JS, right? So basically, this is front end JS is gonna come over here, and that's it. Right, so basically now we are ready to make our project. Okay, so let's come over here and let's make a new file over here with the name index.php. Right, so HTML and H1, this is the home page. This is the home page, right? And let me go over here in public and make me a new folder with the name assets. So I would be using it, don't worry about it. So, so this is the assets folder, right? So great. So far so good, guys. Hello?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, great. So once we have done so, now let's go and see that how does it look like, right, on the browser. So we come over here. So this is very important thing, that how do you make the skeleton of your project, right? So whenever project is being built, the senior developer or system architecture will sit and make this skeleton, right? And once he will set the skeleton, everybody is going to use the skeleton. So this is very important skill you need to learn, that how do you make the skeleton. Okay, the CMS, right? So this is the home page. Say somebody wants to go over here, say they want to see this thing that, hey, there is a folder with the name public, right? So now it is showing public, right? And it is showing that, hey, okay, it has this structure, that it has layouts, it has assets, right? And say, for example, he gets the idea somehow that, hey, there could be a file, a folder with the name includes, right? So, okay, he is able to see our classes also, right? So this is not the best thing that, you know, a hacker should come or some intruder should come and look into our folder structure and, you know, try to find out that what are we doing in our project. Okay, so how to prevent this thing, right? So let me come over here and let me show you that how would I prevent it, right? I come over here in the includes folder, say this folder over here, and here I create a new file and name it index.php. And in this index.php, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say header location dot dot, right? Header location dot dot, or you can say dot dot backslash index.php. So we save this file, right? And let me show you the magic for this. So which folder did I create this file? I created it here in the includes, right? So for example, let me try to go back into includes folder. Right? Now it is not letting me go to include, right? So basically if I try it again, includes folder, so it is redirecting me to the home page. Right? So what is happening over here, that as soon as I try to go to includes folder, so basically browser opens this particular file, and this file says to the browser that, hey, you browser, don't look into this folder, right? Go back, go up one step, and there we have index.php, right? Open that one. Are you getting me? So this is another line of defense we are setting right now.
Is
Right?
there any way to hide that?
Is there any way to what?
Any another way to hide that file?
I don't think so. I think this is the best way, right? Especially in PHP, right? In for example, other stacks like mean stack, there we have situation little different. So here, you know, this is the best way, I believe.
If
Do
you
you have anything in your mind about it, my dear?
What?
Do you have any other alternative to it in your mind?
No, I don't have any idea. But if we write that file name in that file name in that in a website in a browser, then it will open that class. If
Oh,
we
okay. No, the deal is that since this is extension is PHP, right? So the server will not let that open into the browser. Server will execute it. So this is another line of defense we have kept, that since we are not making extensions like .inc or any other, we are making extensions .php. So this file will not show up. It would be executed actually. Got it? Good question. Good question. I am happy. Say for example, in public we have this, let's copy this file. So index.php, let's copy it and put it in public folder. put it in assets folder, put it in CSS folder, put it in front end JS folder, put it in layouts folder, right? So once we have placed them everywhere, now say somebody tries to go to assets folder. So for example, I come over here, I write CMS slash what was the folder, public slash assets, right? Because in assets we would be having our pictures, for example, right? So slash assets. So if we write something like this, enter it, it will come back to the home page. Are you getting me? So basically what's happening here is that as somebody tries to go to the asset folder, so asset folder will open this index.php and it will redirect that particular person to this index.php, which is in the public folder. And this public folder index.php will direct him to the root index.php. So just by putting this particular file in every folder you make, you actually protect your project quite a bit.
Professor, what if a user explicitly hit with the file name? Somehow he knows the file
I'm
name.
sorry, Dinesh, please, I cannot hear you. Please speak again.
Professor, what if users in the browser explicitly hit the file name by somehow knowing the file name inside the link?
By somehow knowing the file name. So basically, this was the same question as Shri Yash asked, right? So once you know it is the file name that that person knows already. So basically, in that case, that since we are keeping the extension .php, so server will execute it and give out the results if there are any echo things, right? So server will execute it and give out the results.
Okay. We also don't want that scenario, right, Professor?
Say it again.
We also don't want that scenario to happen, right?
So the deal is that we cannot prevent it.
Oh, okay.
Because PHP files are meant to be executed, right? But we can do this thing that if certain parameters are there, then that code will execute actually, otherwise it will exit.
Okay, Professor. Okay.
Right? For example, we can have some kind of session ID, or maybe if it is coming from a particular page, etc., etc.
Okay, Professor. Okay.
Right? Got it. Great. Got it?
Done.
Okay, great. Right. So basically, you know, by doing so, we have protected our project. And let's start making the project right now. So for example, we have this index page over here. So let's have a few more pages, right? For example, I come over here. Let me fold them in CMS, and let me have a new file with the name me.php. Let me create a new file, another new file. So this is index, this is me, right? And we say create a new file with the name what should I name it? Maybe personal personal.php. Should I name it personal? Personal is like long name, right? So maybe secret.php, right? Or mywall.php. Right? So basically we have made this page with the name mywall.php, right? And then one more page I want to make. I have the index, which is home page. I have me, I have my wall. I have, okay, let me make another page over here and let me name it public view or public.php, right? So here we have information available to the public, right? So this is public.php. So we have got these 4 of them, right? Let's populate them a little bit. So index is already populated. Let me populate me. So HTML, and oh, so I come over here, I say H1. This page is about sign in, etc. Right? Okay, and this is my wall. So HTML. So H1, this page contains my personal items, right? And so basically, so I have to be signed in to get here, right? Right, guys? And this is public. Sorry, what has happened? So, and public, we say H1, this page contains all info which is marked public by users, right? So whoever is the user, so this information is marked public, right? So everybody can go here, right? So everyone can come here without logging, without signing in. Right? So basically these are 4 pages we have made. Any question, guys? So let me open them if they're working. So we have index.php. We have, for example, me.php. Right? This page is about sign in extra. We have public.php. So this page contains all info which is marked public. And what else is there? We have mywall.php, right, which contains the secret information, right? So mywall.php. Right, so this page contains my personal address, so I have to be signed in to get here, right? So basically, you know, we are going to make these pages as so that they behave accordingly. Any questions so far, guys? Okay, so what could be my next step?
Class creation.
Say it again.
Classes creation.
So classes are created already. So I currently have 4 standalone pages. So what should I make here? Don't you think I should make a navigation bar? Hey guys. No? Yeah, so basically here I need to make a navigation bar, right? So let me make a navigation bar. So let me start over here in this index.php, right? So let me start making a navigation bar over here. So in order to make a navigation bar, I will have a nav tag, right? Nav tag over here. So this is used for navigation bar, and I'm going to have anchor tags. So anchor tag 1. So this is for home. Another anchor tag. So this is for home, and then it is for the second one is my wall or public. So this is for public, right? And then another anchor tag, and this is for my wall. Right? And then there is third one, and this is for me. Right? Fourth one. Save it, and let's come over here, reload it. Okay, let me go to index page. Right? So here we have got these links. So for example, I have home link, I have public link, right? It is not taking me anywhere because I have not linked it. So in home, I will say index.php. By the way, if you want to remove this extension .php from the URL, there are certain ways, and one way is like htaccess, so which we are not going to cover in this course, just telling you that it is possible. And it is in LAMP stack, we do it by using htaccess, right? So then we have public.php. Right? We have mywall.php. And we have me.php. Save it. Right? Once we have saved it, come back over here, reload it. Right? So for example, if I click public, it is going to take me to the public page. But where has that navbar has gone?
We have to add neighbor in that.
Yeah, so I have to add them in every one of them, right? But this is not like the basic principle of object-oriented programming. We need to have this navbar at one place, and we should be accessing it from there. So what do we do here is that we come over here, we cut it from here, save it, we cut it from here, and we go to public folder. In public folder, we have layouts, and in layouts, we make a new file with the name navbar.php, right? Navbar.php, right? And here we paste it. Right? Here we paste it. And now we come back in index.php, and here we open a PHP tag and we say require once, and we give the file name. So where should we go? So we should go backslash where?
Navbar. No.
No. Backslash public,
Public layouts.
right? Backslash public, backslash
Layouts.
Layout.
huh?
Layout.
Layout.
layouts backslash navbar, right? So we'll say that, hey, you get navbar from here, right? So this is against the basic principles of object-oriented programming, that we have a duplication of code. So
Dot PHP,
object-oriented,
sir?
say it again.
Dot PHP?
.php, of course. So we must not have duplication of code, right? So whatever is being duplicated, we have to place it at one place and call it from there, right? And let's see if it is working. So we go back here, we go to our index page. Okay. Okay, what is the problem? So backslash public, okay, let's do this thing. So one thing we can do is that this, if we put this dot, it should work, I believe. Right? So the other thing is that I don't like to put this dot. So I can come over here and I can say underscore underscore dir, dir underscore underscore, right? So basically once I say this thing dot, so it should work now. But this color is telling that I am not using the right syntax somehow. Okay, let me give it a try, right? And then we'll see that if it works. So we come back here, reload it. It's working actually, right? So it was right. So only color was kind of little different. So we have given this navbar underscore underscore dir underscore underscore mean current directory, right? So this is the current directory. Yeah, this is the current directory. So this is good, right? So now we can do this thing that we copy this thing from here, copy and paste it in all four of them. Right? Paste it in all four of them. Save it and let's come back over here. Let's reload it. Say for example, we go to the public page, right? It has the navbar. We go to my wall. My wall does not have it. Why not? We did not save it, right? So basically we need to come over here and we have to save it and we have to save it over here also, right? So once we have saved it, we reload it, right? So now it is, everywhere. So we are at the public. We are at my wall. This page contains my personal items. We are at me, right? This page is about sign in extra, home, right? So this is the home page, right? So basically we have inserted the navbar correctly in all four pages. Any question, guys? Right? Got it? Got it, guys?
Yes.
Okay, let's come back here. Let's decorate the navbar a little bit. Look, this course is not about decoration and CSS, but still, if it is not well decorated, it will not look good and maybe you will not like to work on it, right? So let me decorate a little bit, just a little bit, right? So I come over here and I say, let me link it. So let me go to index. Where is index? Here it is, right? And let me link it with a CSS file. So I say that link. So style sheet, and where is this href? So href would be, yes, where is it? So I need to go to public. /CSS, and in CSS we have master.css. So in CSS, then we create a new file, new file, and let me name it master.css. Right, master.css, and let me have this master.css. Where is master.css? Here it is. So let me just write something. Say for example, I say nav and background pink. Just a little bit of styling, and let's see if it is working. So we come over here and we go to index page, reload it, index.php. It's not coming up. Why it's not coming up? So let's see index, and index we have this linkage to public.
Dot before
Yeah. This is exactly what I was looking at, but I don't want to give that relative path. So if I just remove it, right? So this is coming up, right? So I did not want to give the relative path, right? So basically this is coming here. But what about this public page? Here it is not decorating, right? If we go back to the home page, it is decorating, but at public page, it is not decorating. So what should I do?
you have to link in all four of them.
Yeah, we have to link them in all four of them, right? But again, this is an issue that I have to give it in every one of them, right? What should I do? So I come over here, I cut it from here, Control X, right? I cut it from here and I go to layouts, right? I go to layouts and here I make a new file, and name it head.php, right? Save it and paste it over here, right? And as I included the nav bar, I copy this and paste it over here, and name is head.php, right? And I copy it from here, Control C, and put them in every one of them. For example, what other file? me.php. Where is me.php? Right over here. So I remove this head, right? Paste it here. I remove this head from here also. Paste it over here. I remove this head also from public and paste it over here, right? So for example, so I have saved them all, right? I come back over here, I reload it, and now you can see that every page is taking the style, right? Every page is taking the style, right? And say for example, I need to come over here and I go to layouts, and in the head, you can see that, say for example, I need to give a title, right? Or CMS. So I have to make these changes at only one place. I don't have to go to all four pages to make these changes. Are you getting me? Hello, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
So basically, basic principle of object-oriented programming, that if you have to make change, one change should not, have to be done at multiple places. You should do that change only at one point. And this is exactly what we are doing here. Right? Any question? Okay, so let me just see that if this change is effective now. So now you will see our CMS over here. So reload it. Right? So you can see our CMS right in the home page, in the public page also, in my wall also, right? And in me also. Make sense, guys? Make sense? Okay, great. So once we have done so, let me decorate it a little bit more. So I go to CSS file. So background pink, then we say that display flex height is 3 VW. Right? Need not to know about this CSS, right? If you know this thing, this is good. Otherwise, you can search for it, right? I say justify content space around, and I say align items center. I say font size 1.5 VW. I say text decoration none. I say font weight bold. Right, save it. Let's see how does it look like. Reload it. Right, so basically it is looking good. Let me go back. Some changes are not effective because I did not give them at the right place. So I come here, I say nav anchor tag and text decoration none over here, right? And color white. Okay, save it, reload it. Right, so now it is better. Oh, color white should also be in here. Save it and reload it. Right, it is looking better now. And we can go to, this is sign in, etc. This is home page. This is public. This is my wall, right? And this is me. Any questions so far? Okay, so now at this point, I will like to share this code with you guys. So I come over here. CD space dot dot CD object oriented design and framing summer of 2020. Let me see if there is something to save. Nothing to save. I say get status, right? We have these to commit. I say get add dot, and I say get commit -m. We started to build our CMS, right? And git push. Okay, great. So let me stop share here. And I would like to invite you to share your folders with me, and I want to see the current situation of your code, right? So let me call in the order, and so that I can see that what have you done so far. So today is June 22, right? Okay, so Avinash, would you like to share your screen with us? Avinash?
So it's comfortable share. Host disable the participant screen
Oh,
share.
I'm sorry. Let me allow you. Okay,
Yes, sir.
please share your screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, show me your code editor.
This one.
Okay. I just don't open anything. Let me just see. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You can stop sharing. And Dinesh, would you like to share?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Okay, please just keep it like this. So DB object 7, go to DB object 7 class. Okay. Yeah, stop share, please.
Yes, sir.
Avinash, would you like to share it again, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you open DB7 class? Okay, yeah, please stop share.
I have created the practice 7 as my own, so this one.
What
All
is
the code,
this?
the DB practice, I'm doing this
Oh,
code.
okay,
So
okay.
I replace that code.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for mentioning it, right?
Okay.
Please stop share. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Manthan, would you like to share? DB7 class? Okay. Okay, got it. Next, Shri Yash Kumar. Would you like to share? Shri Yash?
Yes, sir. Go on.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. DB7 class?
Yeah, actually, I tried to uh, that picture one class.
Okay, very good. Okay, good. Please show me this DB7 class, please.
Yeah, actually, this is my old code because I have a two folder. One folder is for uploading. I have this one.
Okay, show me that which you got from me.
No, this is the www folder. Wait a minute. So here,
Yeah, please open DB7 class in any editor. Okay, please can you open that this folder in your editor, please? This,
uh,
yeah, you can close it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
In this admin, okay.
yeah, please open this particular folder in your editor. Okay. Okay, so, but, okay, yeah, please close this welcome window.
Um,
Yeah, this welcome tab, yeah, just close this. Atom, welcome,
wait a minute.
just close
So
this tab.
I cannot see that
Oh, okay.
because of this setting option is there.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
So my question is, okay, let me ask later on.
okay.
Okay, let me ask you later on. Well, meanwhile, I would like Ankit to share his file. You can just stop sharing, please.
Uh,
Shri, yes, you can stop share. And Ankit, would you like to share your folder, please? Screen with us and then your folder. Okay, great. So would you like to open? Okay. Okay, okay, got it, right. Great. So, yeah, you can stop share. Arun Teja, would you like to share your screen with us? Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah, that was good. We did not like to see the flower. Okay, so here we have this. Okay. Okay, good. So stop share, please. So I would like to ask, every student is so good in this class, but I would like to ask two people. Menthan,
Yeah, yes.
did you give this code a try?
Uh, Not much.
Why not?
Uh,
You must try this code, unless you will code yourself, you'll add some code into it, you would not be able to, understand it fully. And same is the question with me, my question is Shri Yash Kumar.
yes,
Shri
sir.
Yash, did you try this code?
The MySQL DB.
Yes.
No, I didn't try that MySQL DB right
Why not?
now. I working on that pictures, and I was finding the how can I create the one class. I mean one method to get all that date and ID that.
Oh, okay. But okay. But try, always give it a full try, right? I can give you still credit for this work you have done. Okay. Okay, and I believe that mm, who else? Uh, Dinesh, would you like to share your folder with us?
Yes, sir. And also
And
create a
would you like to mention that what did you do with the other class, picture class? You're saying that you have made some picture class. Okay, great.
yes, Professor. On the day I showed you this thing, date validity and all this file name and
Oh, okay, good, good. So please, just make a pull request, right? Upload this code to the repository and
sure.
make a pull request, and we will see that how can we merge this code into our actual code. Okay.
Okay, Professor. Okay.
Okay, great, good. So keep on working, guys, and if there is any question, do let me know. And I would like to stop here for today. And I will see you all tomorrow. If you have any questions or you want to have me for your office hours, I'm available right now. You can stay in this conversation. Otherwise, you can drop out. Thank you very much and have a good rest of the day. Goodbye.
Yes, sir.